if I did this? What if this was the look for the video? I'm a published author. And like legally, I can say that. How do you feel about that? This is what you got working with. Whatever, dude. Whatever. It's day 50. It's day 50. Welcome to the show. I lose weight. That's what I said. Welcome to the show. I lose weight. Okay. I make a video every day. Most of them are about this 80 pounds of weight loss. They're about other things too. I'm becoming a content creator. Can't all be about weight loss. Otherwise, it's like, I'm kind of pigeonholing myself and I don't really give a shit about it. But that's not the point. We're going on a journey and we've reached a milestone. It's 50 days. My goodness. How do I feel after 50 days? Recollections. What is my take after 50 consecutive videos? It's a bit much. Other than that, I don't really have anything to take away with, but it's a huge day. It's a huge day. Big deadlifts. Hit a number I haven't hit in ages. Not a big number by, lifting standards, but a big number by my standard. I was injured forever and also fat as fuck. So I feel pretty good about it. If you're new to the show, welcome. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join the gang. It's early starting. I'm going to keep it going. It's not all about just being fat, being thin. There's a lot of stuff going on over here, okay? But what's important is that we get into the scale right away, right? That's what everyone wants to know. Everyone's got the question on their mind. They wake up and they go, is Bren fatter than usual or is Bren skinnier than usual? What's going on with that? Everyone asks, especially my wife. And we're going to hit it there. And let me tell you, today's scale, the photo is going to blow your mind. Look at that. I bet you've seen a lot of weight loss channels, and I bet you they're very saccharine. You click on it, and they go, today was about the journey, and I did this, and every day I'm just trying to keep it up, and well, welcome to my world, where I take a photo of my feet, blur the toes, and talk about losing weight for about 3 seconds. That's not true. I talk about it more than that, but here's what you need to know. This is 96.2 kilograms. Last week, it said 97.4, which means I lost a kilo according to the scale. I'm carrying a lot of water right now. There's a lot going on in that sense. I have been following my diet aside from yesterday with the Easter. And I think this is where we're balancing out, right? We started technically around 8 weeks ago. Can't remember actually off the top of my head. 50 days ago for the videos. And I was 218, 219 when I first weighed in. Not when I first started trying to lose weight. I started trying to lose weight a few months before I started the videos. So I lost a lot of early weight. I was closer to 240 then. I think if you do the math now, where we're at is I'm losing 1 pound a week. And that's where I want it to be right now. I don't want it to be more. In the future, we will go harder. Trust me. The 190 and below attack is going to be intense. But I wanted to get below 200 in a very naturalist way. I'm not there yet. 96 kilograms is not near 200 pounds. It's, I think it's still about 10 pounds away from that. But we're taking it easy. I feel good about this, especially considering how well my lifts are doing. And especially if you're considering how good I feel. I feel quite good. I'm not hungry. I'm also not, stuffed. And I feel I'm fitting into clothes well, my fat clothes. But, there's nothing for me to complain about there. This was a good scale day. I feel good about this. It feels correct to me, even though I do still think the scale's a bit wonky. But let's get into the lift. Let's get into the lift real quick. And we did, today I think I've finally hit the tipping point with the way these shots look at the gym. I think I'm finally starting to snap. I'm gonna have to bring a tripod. I'm gonna have to suck it up and bring a tripod because the shots look progressively psychotic today. Overhead press, 3 sets of 10. I apologize for how far the bar is going behind my neck. I thought I was in control the first set. I was not. It just so naturally goes that way. I'm trying to just keep it a little bit better, right? Because as a great viewer said, that when it gets really heavy, you're not going to want to push it behind your neck like that, right? So I'm trying to have a little bit more control on that, and I do think it probably indicates I'm doing something wrong with my elbows or something. These I have been repeating. Last week I failed these. And last week I failed these, and this week I did okay with them. I finished all 3 sets, but as you'll see, they get progressively tough for me. Again, the lighting, it's like I'm in an aquarium. That's how it feels to be in this gym. It's frustrating. But these are solid. The form isn't bad. God knows I don't feel it the wrong way. I don't feel it in my back. I don't feel it in my neck. I don't feel it in any weird way. It feels good. It doesn't hurt me. But I am, I am going very diagonal, right? I think that especially you'll see in this last set, I really come into overhead presses late. Something about this lift, I feel like I really only understand the form in the third set. In the hardest set, that's when I'm finally like all the cues are appropriately lined up. I don't know how else to really put it, but that's what I seem to be catching myself doing. Like really screwing myself into the lift appears to only really be happening on the third set. So I need to be more mindful of something like that. But as heavy as this was last week, it was a little bit less heavy this week, and I was able to finish it this time, just albeit you'll see that it was a bit of a sloppy finish. And I do think I should probably drop the reps down and do it again at 3 times 8 next week. I think that's probably the move. These are good. I'm cruising. Yeah, you see the position of the bar is very near my knuckles in my hand. That's probably not good, right? And when I really tie in and grab appropriately, it's more like I'm punching the sky as opposed to palming it, and I think that's what I want to be aiming for. I'm glad every time I think I edit this stuff out, and then it turns out I like kind of leave it in. You could see me be very visibly annoyed that the person left the bar with all the weights there because I have to do deadlifts there in a second, and I had to like, you'll see after this, I clear it up because I need to move it out of the way, and it just pissed me off. Look at this shot. So this is where I think I start to I really think I may be at the end of my rope. Look at the color and it truly looks like I'm in a hookah lounge or an opium den. And look at these beautiful lifts. Solid. Keep watching. Solid. Solid. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier, to be honest. I haven't deadlifted 2 plates in a very long time. This is way better. This angle's way better, no? I haven't deadlifted 2 plates in ages. I've just had so much inconsistency with lifting, so many back injuries, so many problems with lifting in general, and my overall inconsistency is that I haven't been able to hit deadlift. I haven't been able to hit 2 plates in ages. And these felt great. I didn't feel weird. I didn't feel something in my lower back. I didn't feel like, ooh, I'm on the cusp of potentially hurting myself. I just felt good doing these. Please feel free to, comment, correct if the form's not, if you need, but man, I felt good doing these. I felt great doing these. Each set felt good, and they felt, just the right amount of easy, just the right amount of hard. And the last set, I used a new set of cues because sometimes on my phone I'll go, if I feel something, I'll immediately look it up on my phone. Like maybe there's a better way of doing that. Maybe I'll add another cue to this lift. And it was saying pinch my elbows in, kind of pinch so that I could activate my traps more, I guess, or yeah, like pinch like there's a fruit under my arms, like I'm popping a fruit under my arms, and also make sure I clench my abs as much as I can, and that helped a lot with the last set as well. Really just tightening my upper body and activating my upper body more for the lift, not in a dragging way, but just in an overall sense of like cohesion. And it's really important for me to remind myself of that stuff because I'll muscle through anything with bad form if given the opportunity. But I feel pretty good about these guys. I'm not going to lie. I feel pretty good about these. Yeah. I feel pretty good about these. So this last set is progressively bizarre. Look at what I've done here. Hey, all right. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Move this here. Cover this insane light. From here, I do get like, I get a little excited. This is the set where I really feel like I'm very locked in. It's my last set. I feel like I'm very ready. Yeah, I start just going. I do more than 3 reps. Yeah, I get a little excited. I keep pushing. Yeah, I felt great about those, man. And now I'm just gonna show off that I I take care of my plates, okay? Because I'm an adult, and that's what you do. You take care of your plates. You should be allowed to have one. If you leave your plates on the bar, it should be legal for someone to drop them on your foot. And here, I forgot that I wrote I deserve to be imprisoned. I forgot that I did this. I did this a few hours ago. Look, I did these curls because I didn't have a lot of time, and they felt good. I dropped the weight to 40 instead of 50 with the straight bar, and I felt very focused. But the problem is the camera angle, and this is where I'm really starting to fall apart. I have to get a tripod. Here's the deal. I'm scared. I'm scared to bring a tripod to the gym. I'm afraid. I can't tell you why I'm afraid because I don't even wholly understand why it is that I'm afraid, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to bring a tripod. What will become of me? If I start carrying around a tripod, I will fully have transitioned into like a content creator. And maybe I just have to suck it up and let it happen, but anyway, these felt good, but they're not on camera, as you will see in a moment that I really didn't. I thought, I looked at my phone, I was like, oh, this is good. I was wrong. It's not, this is not a good setup whatsoever. Oh my God, every time this happens now. So here we are. And look at that. Look at this shot here. Just in case you're like, oh, my favorite fitness, I like watching people lift when the camera's just pointed at their fucking fupa the whole time. You could see my gut overhang. That's the shot you were really looking for. Anyway, these were fine. I felt better about them at the end of the day. I felt like I did okay. I felt like lowering the weight made it so I had a much cleaner, slower curl. I want to start doing cables as was suggested to me by a friend, and I want to improve these exercises. But this is one of those things where I was like, how would it feel if I lowered the weight a little bit on the curl? And I went for it. Now we've got this great shot. Oh boy, can you just imagine what it's like to look like me, to walk around a gym? Look at that. I just look undercooked. I look like I haven't been cooked all the way through. Dear Lord. I look like I escaped the sanitarium. We're skipping. We're going. I left all this in. This is me rebelling against myself now. So, I'm enjoying these. But my right bicep towards the end of this set, my right bicep did just stop functioning. And just went, we don't do this anymore. No. My right bicep just went, no. We don't want to do this anymore. Incredible. I can't believe I'm still showing this to an audience. All right, I'll stop. This is not appropriate. It's just too bad. And I walk around more and I lift again, and it's not on camera because I don't deserve to be able to do any of this. And here's the bike, guys. Here's the bike. We did 15 minutes, solid 15 minutes on the bike. Felt good. I was beat from the deadlifts, but it still felt right to do it. What a day. I cannot complain about this day. The lift went way better than I felt. I didn't go to the gym feeling like ripping and roaring. I really anticipated the deadlifts to feel way heavier, and we just slammed them out of the park. So that is like... I've got no complaints. It's very hard for me to be upset. Day 50, I mean, can I ask for more? What a lift. I'm going to bring a tripod 2 days from now when I go to the gym. Hold that to me. If I don't do it, you have every right to be furious. Let's cover that up. I'm happy with today. I'm happy with this start of this week. It's a Monday, it's a Monday. You got to gird your loins, you got to put on all your armor, the shield with the crest of your family sigil on it. You have to sharpen your blades and your battle axes or whatever, your slingshots, whatever it is you got. And you have to greet the week with a sense of extreme violence. I'm not saying you need to be violent, but you should have it in your heart. You should carry it with you because that's how you win. All right, that's how we're going to win the week. You're going to pick up the deadlift, and you're going to just crush it. You're going to go for your runs. You're going to go for your jogs. You're going to eat your plain chicken. You're going to eat your pre-made turkey sandwich. You're going to meal prep. You're going to have a protein bar that tastes like a solidified cube of old milk. And you're going to just crush the goddamn week because it's what you were born for. My friends, I continue every second I sit in this chair, I slowly slide further down. And you know what? I'm just going to give the chair what it wants. The chair's kind of broken. Here's why the chair's broken. All right, this is where we're going. This is how we're in the video now. So the chair is kind of broken. I'm going to tell you why the chair is kind of broken. The chair is kind of broken because of all my YouTube intros, where I dive bomb the chair, I destroy it, I throw things at it, I run and jump on it. I'm a big boy. You can't really do that to a chair. And I've just been fucking destroying this thing. So now whenever I sit in it, it slowly breaks down. And then it's become a problem. If you're still here, welcome. This is how I want to end every video from now on. I'm going to slowly let this take me until I have nowhere left to go and I fall. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're still here, you're still watching, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the video, tell your friends, join the Discord, do what you gotta do. It's a Monday, and it's a good day.